Good afternoon. Hello, hello. Abba, abba. How are you doing today? How you doing? How you doing? Today is the Lagunitas IPA stream. As we continue our Friday drinking stream series, I'm just taking a moment now to import the correct file into VTube Studio so I can hold my drink while I stream. Let's see, we gotta go in here, we gotta browse local files. Nothing scares me more than a series of steps that starts with, so you want to go to browse local files? Like, wait, what? You want me to what? Am I hacking the mainframe next? I don't know how to do this. I don't know how this works. I'm just a little guy. You can't make me do this. Here we are. Now I put that in this folder. And then I go to VTube Studios. I go like this. I go like this. I press cancel because that's not it. And then I do this one. And then I scroll till I find my bottle of brew. Where is my brew? I agree, lady singing in a language I don't know. Lag IPA. So it's under L. And this stream is not sponsored. However, comma, it could be. With the refreshing hoppy taste of a Lagunitas IPA. When I re-rig my model, I need to set it up so the hand is on a further forward layer. Problem is, when I did that, I had to move forward I basically had to move forward everything on that arm, and then my shoulder was in front of my chest, and that's no good. Really, what I need to do is slice everything below the shoulder onto new layers. I'd still tie them together so they work real good, but I have to make sure that those are in front, the lower layers of the arm. Someday I'll get to do it a re-rig, but when that time comes, I will have to I'll have to buy the Live 2D Cubism program. It works great, and it was really simple to understand the basics. Physics still astounds me. I don't know how they work. I just copied what the funny lady said, and they worked. Had to spit. I'll be glad for this cold weather to be done. It makes me feel gross every year. I get all phlegmy and yucky. Anyway, time for the ASMR of me paying my breathing subscription. I don't even know if the microphone picked that up. Could you hear that? Could you hear the little crinkly noise? The breathe strips come in like individual little things, like band-aids. Cat, you're a menace. You're adorable, but you're a menace. You're just here to fuck shit up. There's no stopping you. Yeah, I'm making direct eye contact with you. What of it? Yeah, you better run away. I'm just kidding. Please come back. Please come back and sit on my lap. You're so sweet. You're so cute. Please, please. I'm sorry. It's turned around like, oh, you're sorry now, huh? Hey, you understand what I'm saying a little bit too much. Oh, but I got to do our vendor check-in at work today. Very fun. I'm becoming manager. I don't really get what I'm doing necessarily. I'll have to keep up with it. But the vendor check-in was really easy. I just had to go in and put in what company was bringing us stuff, then scan one of each product and put in the number of flats. So like how many boxes of it we got. And today was Coke, so it was really easy. It was like 30 different items that we got a case of each. Let's see, but it's our truck day on Fridays, which means I deserve this because I do the least unloading out of everybody because I'm in the kitchen and I can't step away and stop making food just because we're unloading truck. I try and help where I can. I usually grab the heaviest stuff that gets brought back in the kitchen and put it on its shelves. But I can't step away for long. But my boss was complaining because we got a lot of backstock items, stuff that's already full up front, but now we have extra. And we're here like, I'd rather have too much than not enough, you know? Like, I get it. We don't have a lot of storage space. We could be utilizing this space a lot more efficiently. Order two more of those big shelves. Take whatever we usually run out of, order an extra case of it, and we'll have it ready. They like to say we don't have backstock. We've always had some backstock. I'd say anything that lasts more than 6 months, we should keep some in back. I'm all congested. Let's, let's get these socks off so we can be cozy. Ah! You ever try to be cozy with socks on? Unless they're really nice fluffy socks, it doesn't work. Ah! Ugh. Now I'm gonna say cross-legged. Then in a bit, I'm gonna complain that because I'm seeing cross-legged and it hurts. But there's no other way. There's no other way to sit. I love sitting cross-legged. It's the most comfortable I can be. And then tonight, I'm probably gonna have to operate on my toe. I have a really bad ingrown nail. It looks like, which means I gotta get a knife and just start the nail, and so I can pull it out. I've done it with so many different random things, from toothpicks to car keys. Because you know when you like pick at a nail and it starts to like split, and you can grab like that corner and pull it. You gotta do it like that. Honestly, someday I should just pay somebody to remove my nails. They only cause me trouble, and I'd get used to. Because the only reason the area under your toenails is so sensitive is because they are used to having nails on top of them. They'd become normal with time, probably. Ah, I need to not look at it. I need to not touch it or think about it. It's just because pulling my sock off bumped it around a bit, so now I'm thinking about it. But how are you doing today, chat? Or is it just me here? Is it just me shouting at the void? Drunk man yells at clouds and whatnot. Anyway, I don't know what we're gonna do today. I really like chatting with you guys, but I think I should also play some games. No, we had a second panda when I played Core Keeper. I wonder if I can spawn a third. Because we love Panda. Panda's so good. And they're responsible. I'm not. I should also message Boreas and just make sure things are going okay. They were dealing with so much drama yesterday. I don't know what to do. Should I message Boreas or should I wait and see if they show up on the stream so I can talk to them directly? I did start later than I did yesterday, but Boreas is usually really good about showing up. But what if they're streaming? I don't know. I saw they went live around like 10 o'clock. That was 3 hours ago. Let's see. Boreas Glacius. Uh, well, it looks like they gained a follower. That's good. That's really good. Boreas is my rival. And the thing about anime rivals is that they're what makes you do even better. Naruto wouldn't be worth anything if it weren't for his rival with Sasuke. And that's about all I know from that show. Oh, I went and finally started listening to one of the books I pre-ordered, He Who Fights with Monsters, Volume 11. Absolutely fantastic. And I was not expecting a Tommy Wiseau from The Room impression, but it was great. This one person walks in after a man has just guerrilla attacked an entire group and taken them out. And he turns around and goes, I did not hit her. I swear I did not hit her. Oh, hi, Mark. And the guy's like, how did you know my name was Mark? Like, wait, really? I'm really bad in 100 today. And that was pretty funny. Do you remember when all the VTubers got into the room for a bit there? It was so good. I loved seeing so many people having fun watching a bad movie. And then when they got all the VTubers together to read the script for The Room, there was Gilbert Godfrey on the walls. Uh, yeah. So these Friday streams are probably going to go to like 3, 4 o'clock, which gives me a little time to nap before my D&D tonight. I'm very excited. I'm getting ready to declare independence from the Empire, and then we'll see what happens from there. Because a month of not paying taxes to the Empire, which is falling apart, and we can house everybody. 2 to 3 months of that, and everybody it will be fed just from native food production. You also have a guy who I would consider to be a criminal that I just rescued their daughter from working at a brothel. Oh, hello, Captain Erica. How are you doing today? How are you? Today is another of our Friday drinking streams. And today we are drinking Lagunitas IPA. It's one of my preferred pale ales. Now, we are not yet sponsored, but we could be. Hell yeah. I only had to stay an extra 10 minutes. Then I ran to the store right before this, and now I'm streaming. I do wish that the guy that comes in to relieve me would move with some, I think the word is alacrity, some haste, some chutzpah. It would be huge. Let's see, we had a Sapporo stream. We had a Hard Mountain Dew Baja Blast flavor stream. And now we have the Lagunitas IPA. I will never do the same drink twice until I run out of drinks. That way, companies know that, hey, this person, they'd be open to a sponsorship, but we got to pay them. And I'll be honest, one good sponsorship, and I could quit my job. One good, like, steady income source from a sponsorship. Although I did just get a $2 raise, so it'd be really funny if, like, 2 months later, I was like, hey, yeah, actually, this streaming thing kind of just exploded, just absolutely off. So yeah, I know I haven't even really fully filled the position yet, but I need to cut back how much I work or just quit entirely. Because that's what percent 15 and 2? What percent is 2 of 15? 5, 6, 7.5. 1 divided by 7.5. Calculator. 1 divided by 7.5. 1 and 1.1333. So if I take my current paycheck, oh, bollocks. Man, it's going to be like $100 increase. Wicked. $100 increase, which is like $50 a week. Excuse me. I need to get a stream deck so I can mute. But they're so expensive at Best Buy. I don't want to pay like $200 for a stream deck. I just don't. But what should we put on the docket today? I don't know what we're going to do today. Oh, my follower goal dropped by another one? How is this possible? I was just one of the accounts got perma-banned from Twitch is probably what happened, but still. Badge. Take 2 steps forward, 1 step back. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Hello, Panda. How are you doing today? It's our regular Friday drinking stream. And this Friday, we are drinking the Lagunitas IPA. It's very hoppy, but it's pretty tasty. It'd be great if I had some fried food. But all I have is mini sandwich, which is still the best variety of sandwich. Oh, a follow. Oh, I hope you're all right. Some of those allergies can be really serious. Let's see here. Thank you very much for the follow, Daniello Deb. Had to switch pages so I could read it bigger. There we go. Yippee, that puts us one step forward because we went one step backwards, but now we go forward and back and then go forward and back and forward and back and then one more forward. Hell yeah. If you just want to lurk, that's fine, but if you'd like to say hello, Danielle, please do. Ah, what kind of allergy was it though, Panda? Was it like a peanut allergy? Hello. I hope you're doing well, Daniello. If you'd like to be addressed by Deb or a specific way, just let us know. Oh, the cat has come to investigate the stream. The cat is here. I need to make a toggle or something for you, little lady. That way people can know when you're here. Yes, you're a menace. Just don't touch my microphone, please. Please leave the microphone alone. Oh, dear. So they probably like fry all their stuff together and some got mixed in with yours. I see. And you got to be really careful with fried foods because fryers don't get cleaned as often as they should. And they don't usually have individual fryers for potential allergens. So did you stop when you realized, or were you like, well, I've already come this far. I'd as well keep going and finish your fries? Yeah, they should definitely have like a warning shellfish. Okay. I understood what you meant. Did you have to take like an EpiPen or something, or did you just tank it? Oh, I bothered Gannon a bit on their stream yesterday. They streamed twice yesterday, a double dose of Gannon. They were doing live requests, so you could commission them, and they would draw it live. Oh, you took some Benadryl. Okay, that's good. Did you see the outer cosmos when you took the Benadryl? That's all I ever hear about Benadryl, is that it make you go crazy in the best way. Oh, well, that's very kind. One moment. You're always welcome here. There we go. That's very kind of you, and you're always welcome here. I always forget how many people that speak other languages, like exclusively, are on Twitch. It's a whole other side of the website I never see. Like the number one Twitch streamer does like sports announcements in Spanish. And I never even heard about them till I saw a YouTube short. All right, we'll look forward to seeing you again. Oh, but I went to bed last night with Zen streaming Dark Souls 2, and I woke up this morning, or I got off work this today. Words are hard. And I turned on my computer, and there was Zen still streaming. I know she stopped and like went to bed probably in between. It was like, whoa, this woman, she never stopped. Every time I open my computer, there's Zentreya. I couldn't escape her if I wanted to. And we love Zentreya. She's great. Not my favorite streamer, but everyone's allowed to have their favorites. And I look at the left of my screen and I'm just like, look at all these streamers that are live. Like VTuber, Ludwig, VTuber, Ray, basically a VTuber, and then more VTubers so you get down to Shibuya Kaho. Oh, have I ever told you about the secret stream that's not so secret that's on Twitch really early in the mornings? I learned about it from Connor. So you see, there's this bar in Japan where all the staff is very muscular women. And they live stream the service at the bar. And Shibuya Kaho is so cute. And she's one of the nicest seeming people I've ever seen on streaming. But yeah, there's the muscle girl bar. Yeah, the muscle lady bar. Shibuya Kaho, she is a regular there. And she took Connor. And that's how I learned about them. So some mornings I'll wake up and be just like, Muscle Girl or Muscle Girl Bar 88 has gone live. And we're like, yeah. Oh, that'll be fun. Are they going there because they saw the Connor video? Weren't you polite today, little cat? Sit in my lap properly. Oh, you mean her other job doing yoga instructional videos. I mean, good on her. She's incredibly attractive and she was able to make some money off that. As long as this wasn't predatory. Because they're gluttons for punishment. 1 second, sex work is real work, yada yada yada. As long as everyone has the choice of when they go in and when they leave, it's all up to them from there. Oh, I'm not the most educated. I haven't heard her say anything bad, but I don't watch all her streams. I would definitely agree that streaming is probably a better job. Especially since you don't have to deal with cameraman One Hand Harold. He used to be Handsy Harold. Now he's One Hand Harold. I'll leave you to know. Guess what happened there. And these Lagunitas bottles, they're weirdly shaped. They're very like stout. I kind of like it though. It like grips really good in the hand. But they're also only 12 ounces. Whereas I think the larger bottles are 16. Yeah, I see all like the sites, like the like novelty stuff in Japan. I'm like, that's cool. I want to go to Himeji Castle, and then I just want to like walk for 3 days straight in the countryside. I want to go to like the tiny ramen shop in the middle of nowhere. There is no English in sight, and just point at something and be like, that one, please. Oh, I just remembered. Uh, like the rustic side of Japan, I think is much more charming than like Tokyo. Like, of course, I'd like to see some of the sights in Tokyo, but there's so many people and I have social anxiety. I wouldn't mind living up in like Hokkaido, like the cold parts of Hokkaido, because let's face it, it can't be much worse than a Midwestern winter. Yes, come here, baby. Although our winter is just about over. Yesterday, when I checked the weather, was saying a high of about 50 degrees this Wednesday, and tomorrow it's going to be up in the 30s, which is like 1 to 10 degrees Celsius. I don't even know what a Celsius is, but it's one of those. Because 32 is freezing, so 33 would be like 1 point something. Which means the snow is going to melt. It's going to be gone. I'm so excited. I hate snow. It's too cold. It's cold and coarse and gets everywhere. A tasty energy drink? The snow? Speaking of, has anyone else here ever convinced a child that the yellow snow was lemon flavored, then just sat back and watched? Oh, Celsius is an energy drink. You're right. My little brother drinks those. Oh, one that still does crimes. I'm not allowed to do crime anymore. I told my mom I wouldn't, so I'm not allowed to do it anymore. At least not big crimes. I'm still allowed to jaywalk. After all, who's going to stop me? Yeah, if I had all the resources in the world, I would get set up and I would do some fishing live streams, like in real life, go fishing. I think that would be really fun. Panda, do you want to take the shot or should I take the shot? You could at least follow Mr. Robot Man. Streamboo.com. No, I kind of want to investigate this website, but I also don't want my computer to get herpes. I haven't seen the boy yet. Oh, bot. No worries. I shotgun blasted them. It's fine now. It's fine. No worries, no worries. I wasn't sure if you would want to, so I thought I'd give you the offer. I got it. I think that would be really fun, though. Just relaxing outside in the sun, getting very sunburnt, probably not catching any fish, having people say it's animal cruelty to fish. You know, the usual. We could drink by the lake. Drinking by the lake sounds like fun. I just have to get one of those live go anywhere backpacks of doom, like what Papa's got, or like an 8-mile Ethernet cable. More like 12. You get the point. It's a big Ethernet cable. And I believe the bigger they get, the worse the signal they transfer is. Speaking of signal, I haven't checked my internet speed before I started stream. Run speed test. $91.87. 91.87. That's pretty good. That's really good for considering I've got my stream running at 5,000. I'm watching my stream and I've got music being streamed. That's really good. I'm happy with that. It's going to suck when I move because I'll have to go through a different ISP. I know this one's giving me a little trouble, but I'm going to blame most of that on the Super Bowl and the cold. I don't want to go through MediaCom. I don't know wanna. If I even end up moving. Oh, but my promotion officially happened today, even though it's been in the works for a bit. I now make an extra $2 an hour. Count them, $2. Which by my math is $80 a week, $160 a paycheck, about $320 extra a month. Because I'll be properly full-time now. I was technically a part-time worker working like 35 hours a week. I was a part-time worker that worked 35 to 40 hours a week. So basically a full-time. I'll still be paid hourly though, which kind of sucks. Once you reach like 18, 19 an hour, you really should just be salaried. Because then you're really encouraged to just waste time. Like, well, I could make this 10-minute task take an hour and I make a lot more money. Well, I believe everybody should be on salary. You know exactly how much you're going to make. You can budget accordingly. You still get overtime if it's applicable, but you're encouraged to do your work well and quickly and then be on your way. If you can do your work in 5 hours instead of 8, you should be able to do it in 5 hours and not make less money because of that. Oh, but at work, we had it's called the Zebra. It's basically a little phone, but we use it to record all of, like, scan and record all the food we make, and then waste out what we make so we can then have better averages for what to make in the future. But they added a program which meant that when you when you use the Zebra, you can put in how many of something you make and it'll print off the labels. The problem is that the Zebra sits right next to the label printer. It doesn't save us any time. And they're like, this is a new program. What do you think of it? And I'm like, it's fucking stupid. It is not saving me any time. The only thing that it would be useful on would be like the cookies, which we make lots of, because it doesn't save time when I need just 3 labels or 2 labels. But I did relent. It was like, this might be quicker for new employees, but with how proficient I am with just going through the tablet to print stuff off, it doesn't save me any time. Because we're a test store as well as a training store. It's stupid and I hate it. They give us all the new stuff that doesn't work well. Or like my boss is getting on me because they're like, well, you're supposed to have your donuts organized exactly like this. I'm more like, ma'am, I didn't make enough donuts to need to try and squeeze them all in like that. Like each tray holds 3 rows of donuts. And they wanted, so we have the middle 2 trays on like the second and third row are supposed to be the second row is the big yeast ring donuts and our new cake donut. And the bottom row is just the big yeast ring donuts. But I only had 1 tray of the big yeast ring donuts. So I just put a tray of the cake donuts in the middle and a tray of the yeast rings on the bottom. And they're like, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. I'm like, you fucking idiot. I don't care how we organize the donuts in here. The problem is we're not making enough and no one's telling me when we run out. Oh, enjoy your meeting. Enjoy your meeting. No one tells me when we run out of donuts. If I knew ahead of time, I could make more donuts. But if you tell me during my busiest hour that we're out of donuts, well, you're out of fucking luck. Like, cashier, I know you've got some downtime. If you see that the case full of donuts that you are right next to is running low on something, don't tell me. Just tell me. I'll make them if I have time. I only usually have time if there's a second person in the kitchen, but I'll try. And then with the bakery stuff, I had started making a bunch of cookies before I left. And I left them to the next guy to take care of. I kind of doubt they'll be taken care of, so I get to bag them up tomorrow instead. But they don't even put the icing on the cookies. Who's going to buy their cookies if there's no icing on them? Like our Apple Crisp cookies, they get a drizzle of icing. And they're technically discontinued, but we still have the better part of a case to work through. So at least another 2 weeks worth of them. They sent us way too many and then said, this is discontinued. Also, you don't have a space to put them anymore. Like, no, fuck you. No, fuck you. It's not fair, man. It's not fair at all. Not one singular bit. I want to do my job. I want to do it well. But it seems like the corporate side of stuff is just intent on making it not be done well. I worked there a year with next to nothing changing. And now they're moving shit around on me? What the fuck? What the fuck, man? Oh, oh, this is random. My friend sent me a little clip of some people playing the Warhammer role playing game, and I was like, "Oh, I've seen this before." I was like, "Wait a second, that's Zoran." I never realized that was Zoran the bear. He's so funny. He's a very clever fellow who knows a lot about game design. Let me see. I need to unscrungle myself to become taller. Ah! Oh, but I was saying earlier, I figured out how to fix my model so I could be holding stuff and you could see the other side of my hand. What I would need to do is basically cut my arm at the forearm so the sleeves and everything below my titoli would be on their own layer. Like just below where it intersects, just above the elbow. Then I could move that and the sleeves and everything forward, still tie them to the lower layer so that they don't deform weirdly. And then I could move the IPA back a layer so it'd be in front or behind my hand, but in front of my chest. We have the science, the power, the technology. I just don't want to spend more money right now. I've always been money spending adverse. So I figure I will buy the Light 2D Cubism after my model mama makes my next outfit, and I'll rig the next outfit and re-rig this model while I'm at it. I might take a couple days off then. Or maybe I'll do art streams and be like explaining how I'm rigging. I'm not great at it. Not even a little bit. Although I might ask my model mama for a new arm just so I have a more standard pose. Don't get me wrong, I love my model, but I didn't necessarily realize that the quick sketch she sent with the arm pose like this was her actual intent. I thought it was just some shorthand she was doing so she didn't have to get exactly right. I would have rather been standing flat-footed with both arms towards the ground, like an average VTuber. Oh, that elbow should flex when I look up. Just a little bit. Bow the arm. Why do you guys watch me? Am I really funny? I would accept funny looking. Am I that good of a conversationalist? I don't think so. Oh, I'm reminded. There is a game I want to play, Spirit Tea. But there's one problem. It will say my real name at some point during the game because one of the characters can just look into the files and see like your payment information. So I need to figure out how that works and change that. I don't really know how that works. And I might not be smart enough to figure it out, but I believe I will have to hack the game. I will have to go into the binaries and change it so it just returns error. So that game's all about running an onsen for yokai and spirits. I think that would be pretty cool. Don't you? I think it'd be pretty cool. There's the doof, 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 doof. That guy was right. This was pretty good. Like the rhythm on the doof doof from the drum makes you almost think techno. But how what I assume his bagpipes sounds almost electronic. Dum 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 bum 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 bum. Well, this is a vibe. This is a real vibe. I like it. I need to go give it the green heart, even though it's not a green heart anymore. There we go. Don't forget, if you'd ever like to know what I am listening to, you can do exclamation point song and it should tell you. Yes, what is it, cat? I agree, little lady. I agree. Oh, here it is. Ah, my knees. Here, let me clear you a spot. I know I'd regret sitting cross-legged, but I like to sit cross-legged. Here you go, little lady. You can lay on that leg. She always lays on my right leg. Never my left leg. Just whichever one is in. Wait. Sometimes my left leg, but only if it'd be very inconvenient for me to, if she laid on that one specifically. Well, I never. No, I asked Erica and I asked Panda how they were doing today. I asked them. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. uh, no, I cannot be Eepy. I don't want to be Eepy. I want to be awake. I want to be wokage. The most wokage man. Yes, hello, ma'am. Hello. Little ma'am. Oh, she's so soft and sweet. I love this cat so much. I need to see if I have a good picture of you that I could share with that doesn't also have me in it. Because you won't stay still when you're being cute and I want to take a picture of you. And I don't want to share off what my apartment looks like. Mina la fana la, Nina la fana kachik, Nina la fana la, magic. Oh, I'll need to ask when you guys re-manifest, return into being. But what kind of books should we read? It seems like people are interested in book club. I'm thinking The Wandering Inn, He Who Fights with Monsters, or Krieg. I mean, we could read my copy of D.T. Suzuki's Zen and Japanese Culture, but I don't think you'd be interested in dense historian text. But I do need to finish that book. It is very interesting. It's one that Isaac Mayer references often. I also want some good historical accounts from the Sengoku era. I want more of that pre-modern Sengoku era drama. Samurai act like nobles, but worse, and I love it. Because they always claim to be better than they are. Ma'am, may I take a drink? I feel like you're going to freak out if I stop petting you. First bottle down. Hmm. Oh, and then I need to double check with my friends and make sure we're not getting together tomorrow. I'll use the time just to upload all my VODs. Maybe I'll even try and make some thumbnails, but I don't really know how to do that. What if I got Ganon to do my character doing a soy jack point? I think that would be really silly. Oh, imagine if I had a soy jack point emote. Oh, I just had a good idea for a run of Cornwall in CK3. Like eventually you have to switch to the Kingdom of England. But a good Cornwall would be a good vassal. And it would decrease the number of vassals I have to have. And I could make the Kingdom of Avalon. Like Arthurian legend Avalon. I could get Excaliburs. I could get all the Excaliburs. Yes, kitty cat, you're very sweet. I love you. I can't pet you as well on their side. Oh, I need to clean up my cans. I got rid of all my plastic bottles when the recycling came around last weekend. But my cans still need taking care of. I got a big thing down in the basement, but the basement is unfinished, cold, scary, and full of spiders. Also, my workshop. And asbestos. But they put like some black paint on the asbestos, so it's probably fine. It's not like I went and played with the asbestos. It's only a problem when you disturb it and it's not settled. Ma'am, get your head out of that cup. Little lady, we do not do that in this house. No. Okay, I'll put a can in that cup. You can't get it. 1 second. Things are going to freak out. There we go. Let's open another. Not sure if you could hear that. I have to use a can opener to open my drinks. Because it's the only thing I own with a bottle opener as part of it. The only other thing I had was a belt that the buckle had a bottle opener in the back of. But I gave that belt to my dad to use because it was a nice one and he used it for work. Lagunitas IPA. Use promo code, insert promo code here to get % off your next purchase. Why are you trying to pet yourself against my microphone, cat? Why are you trying to do this? Why are you so destructive? Why are you so crazy? Why are you a crazy little lady? Yes, I love you, kitty. I love you. Aggressive petting. Well, you're very interested in my car keys. Look, jingle jangle, jingle jangle. In my pocket. You can't play with them. You don't get to play with the car keys, little baby. I can't let you do that. I need those. I have to go to work tomorrow still. But who knows? Maybe after I upload some VODs, I might even stream tomorrow as well. I know Saturday's usually my rest day, but that's just because I don't have time to stream. But if I had time to stream, I could. Saturdays are probably a big day for streamers. People at home and nothing to do because they don't got to work and they don't got school. I bet I could get like a whole follower on it if I streamed on a Saturday. Oh. When I wonder if Papa will be alive. Papa's community is the most generous when I raid into them. But I also like spreading around the raids. I know it's not much, but it's just polite. And it gives me an excuse to watch a bit more of other streamer. Even though it's usually like 10 minutes after stream before I honk shoe for a bit. Oh, so I was trying to fix my sink drain, and I've been pouring in a bunch of Drano. Like every time it's down enough that I can pour more in, I put more in. I thought about using muriatic acid, like chat said, but it apparently muriatic acid will eat through metal, and like my sink is made of metal, so that's no good. And I bet you there's some old metal pipes past the PVC extension. No, Hide, what are you doing? Come here, buddy. This way. I'm using my head to indicate to you which way I want you to go because my hands are nice and cozy under the blanket. Wait a second. How silly do we want to get? Because I could grab the little blanky PNG, put that on, and then put the IPA on in addition. Hmm. Yeah, I might spend tomorrow just catching up on contents. or I finish the book I downloaded. Either way, it'll be fun. I'm just not sure what to do. I've been busy pretty much every Saturday since I started streaming. This is my first Saturday where, other than work, I don't got nothing to do. I might even get to leave a little early. Probably not. If horrors are anything like they were today, she'll need the help. Oh. And I didn't replace the bucket of sanitizer, but I saw the boss doing something with it at 11 over at the sink, so I assumed they refilled it while they were doing that. It was supposed to be replaced at 11:30 because it needs replaced every 4 hours, and I had done it 4 hours before that, which would have been 7:30, maybe. 7:30, yes, 7:30. That's when I last replaced it. Because I'll be honest, I don't fill up the sanitizer bucket first thing in the morning. I just get some sanitizer from the sink for my rag and spot clean anything that needs it. And then I'll fill up the sanitizer bucket after I do my first big round of prepping pizzas and other foods for the warmer. Oh, but my boss was saying that crumbs shouldn't get on the bottom shelf because there's an overhang on the top of the counter. Where, like, you are aware that we are standing there when stuff is being done. And like that stuff gets on us and some of it rolls off or bounces off and lands on that bottom shelf. It's pretty simple. I just kind of hate how controlling corporate is about the stuff we do in the kitchen with how organized it is. Like, yeah, give us the basic layout, like what works best in most locations. But at the end of the day, like, we're the ones working in the kitchen. We should set it up in the best way for all of us. Like, I, for one, like to cut my pizzas on the smaller table and have the bigger table for putting together the sandwiches and stuff. A lot of the other people like to do it the other way, and that's perfectly fine. I just tell them, like, yeah, when you come in and we change it over for you to use, put it on the side you want. I'll get a bit turned around just because of what I'm used to doing, but that's fine because you're going to be doing most of it. Right? I don't want someone who comes into my store for the first time to go around labeling all my shelves with where stuff should be. And they got rid of our special little stand for all the pizza slice triangle things. Like, we had that special stand specifically for that, and they got rid of it and put it on the shelf below, taking up more space. It's just kind of annoying. I just want to do my work well and then go home. And you're like, no, you got to do it this way. I was like, but I am faster if I do it this way that I've learned how to do it and done for 2 years. Maybe this is why Owen left. Maybe Owen was done with their shit. Can't blame him if that's the case. Can't blame him at all. But they knew what they were talking about and they trained me really well, I think. Although they did lie to me just a little bit. They told me that the popcorn chicken was 26 pieces in a box, not 25. And I think they were just messing with me because for a year and a half, I counted out to 26. And when there wasn't exactly 26, I got like mad. So what do you mean there's only 25 here? We can't be shortchanging people. This is $4. They deserve every piece. Yeah. It is what it is. It do be what it do. Yeah. We got the big guy came in to work after me, the one that causes most of the issues when they close, which means they aren't closing tonight, which is pretty wicked. I just hope they don't leave so much work that the other person can't do everything they're supposed to. Oh, I think I left some dishes in the sink at work. Not many, but I try not to do that. Because we don't want stuff soaking when our health inspector guy comes, which he's supposed to be sometime within the next week. How many people do we have in the day, like working in the store? Or like how many customers do we serve? Yes. How many customers we serve? Staff. So Friday and Saturday mornings, it is 2 people until 7 o'clock. One runs register, one is in the kitchen. Then on Saturdays, we get one more person for the register. The rest of the week, I usually get a second person at 9 o'clock. So like an hour before I leave on my old schedule. And in that hour, I do all the dishes, take out the trash, the recycling, and prep the next day's donuts. But usually it's just me in the kitchen. Like today, I borrowed one of the managers for like 20 minutes to watch the warmers so I could get the last of the stuff caught up. It wasn't perfect, but I'm already like, I'm going to do everything I can in the time I have. I'm not going to stay super late for my shift. From 5 in the morning to 10 o'clock at night so that we are closed for 6 hours, 7 hours. There are 24-hour stores though. Honestly, I kind of wish we were a 24-hour store just because I know we would get a lot of cleaning done in at night when it's that slow. The problem is a lot of 24-hour stores only have one person in the store in those like off hours. So it's one person expected to run register and make all the food, which admittedly isn't much food, but you won't even hear people come in the store if you're back in the kitchen next to that oven. It's so loud. Like I'm fighting right now to say that we need to have 3 people in the store at all times. 3 people working. Like I get it, the managers do their work and whatnot, but let's be so for real here. The manager sitting back at their desk filing paperwork is not making the store money. Like, yeah, filling orders and stuff is important. Putting food in the warmer when people want food in the warmer is more so. Well, I would consider kitchen staff not necessarily front end. But they're more front end than the manager that doesn't leave their desk. Logistics is important. However, comma, what's more important is having someone to sell what we already have. Yeah, so I just wouldn't count them as that I want to have 3 people in the store. Because let's be honest, if you're not in the store one day and you do the manager logistic thing stuff, we won't notice or care as long as it's done within the week. We're not supposed to have backstock in our store. My manager gets real mad whenever they send us stuff that we have to backstock. Or we're like, ma'am, if you just bought one more shelf for the store, this would be fine. We have the space for a decent sized backstock. I'm not saying go crazy, but like the stuff that lasts 6+ months, we could have an extra case of back here. All the dry goods like flour and whatnot. Not saying we should like backstock milk or something. It would just save us so much time. And now they're trying to get me to do like additional managering stuff. And I would love to. I was not able to step away from the oven for 4 hours for the amount of food I was making. I stepped away once to pee and that was it. I don't get to take breaks because of this bullshit. And I'm fine because that's an extra half hour's pay. They're not too happy with that, especially with me getting my $2 raise. Which I love that $2 raise. I'm gonna commission so much art with that extra money. You've got no idea. That $2 raise alone will fund my next model. Yeah, if we had one person in the kitchen, one person on the register, and then one person that could go back and forth between the two as needed, like they don't even necessarily have to be making food, but if they like take out the recycling, take out the trashes, do the dishes, tray up the donuts for the next day, and help on register when needed, we'd get so much more done. And I'd be fine if it was just the two of us till like 7 o'clock when the like school rush starts. Because we get a lot of people getting some food on their way to go to school. I don't think I've ever requested anything absurd. Because when I started there, we had 4 people in the store minimum at all times. Wait, no, starting at 7 o'clock, we had 3, and then at 10 o'clock, 4. But there was pretty much always 2 people in the kitchen for the majority of the day. Just the first like 2-3 hours where it was the slowest, we only had 1. And then the closers, they're so lucky because when they get to lock the door and then they can finish their cleaning if they need to. And the kitchen's closed an hour before they leave, so that's a lot of time to do stuff. Like I know you don't want to stay till like midnight, but if you stay like 20 minutes past when the store closed finishing up your cleaning, we'd all be very happy. And you'll never get in trouble for doing that. The only person that got in trouble was M, who stayed like an hour and a half past when they were scheduled. Well, the problem is that our time budget is based off our volume of sales. I know for a fact our volume of sales has only risen. Like I know we're a little slower in the winter, but they're not going to give me a second person in summer either. But I'm hoping that if I get managerized and can actually look at stuff, like see what our hours are and everything, I can then push for a better distribution of them to when and where we need them. Exactly. But I know that for a fact that our closers also just aren't very motivated. No, your customer's your number one priority, but the kitchen closes at 9 and the store closes at 10. So even if you have a customer coming in and placing an order right at 9 o'clock when you're about to close, you'll have that done by 9:15, 9:20. And most of that time is just waiting for it to come through the oven. You can still sweep and mop and everything while it's in the oven. And you should be cleaning up till that time because I know it slows down a lot after 8 o'clock. And I can look at the Zebra and see that they didn't put hardly any food in the warmer, if any, for the last 3 hours the store was open. So they have no real excuse. I know you get busy with orders, but then you catch up. Like, I will come in and I will see dishes on the drying rack that I had put there the day before. I'm not asking for anything crazy, but I want them to work as hard as I have to work to keep up with stuff on my own because they usually have a second person until like 8 o'clock. It's nothing that I don't do myself. Like, the only thing I don't do on my own is sweep and mop. I usually just spot sweep and I don't mop because I don't want one of the old ladies falling back in the kitchen. Just like, I want you to do your dishes while the sink is draining, take out your trashes, come back, get any gunk out of the bottom of the sink. Exactly. Like, that's exactly what I want. Like, I understand that there's some things you gotta wait till the kitchen's actually fully closed to do, but at the same time, it's like, dude, I know you had the time to do this. You can stay an extra 20 minutes. I stay extra all the time. Not like crazy amounts extra, but extra like 10 minutes here and there just to finish up what I was doing. If you want someone to set you up well to do your shift, you got to do the same. The store closes at 10. Their schedule is to 10 and 15. I am not able to see when they clock in and out. I assume they're out that door at 10. Like, uh, I'm just gonna say his name because I don't think it's that big of a deal. This fellow named Blake I work with. It's a very common name, but he's a bigger fellow. So, like at 10 o'clock, he should be walking the cashier, who's this tiny young lady still in school, out to her car, making sure she gets in and is heading off home, then come back inside and finish his sweeping and mopping and anything else he needs to do. Well, they're scheduled to like 10:15, and that's like, okay, that's 15 minutes after. And I'm not asking them to stay late. I'm asking them to finish their job. If they need to stay just a little longer, I don't think it's a big deal because they're getting paid for it. I'm not asking them to spend like an extra 30 minutes in the store, but I'm asking, like, hey, you didn't take out the recycling yet. That takes 5 minutes. Do that before you leave. Hey, you left something on the floor. Pick it up before you leave. It's not, oh, the clock has ticked over to 10 o'clock. I'm out of here. Throw my apron on the floor and leave. But I'll be working evenings, it sounds like, before long. They'll be completely changing my schedule with me being managerized. We'll see if that actually manifests, if they can get someone to make the donuts early in the morning. Because technically I'm a team lead, which means they want me as the kitchen team lead working the evenings. And they want a kitchen manager working the lunch shift. So that also might affect when I stream. I may start earlier and end stream at like 3 o'clock or something, so I can then go to work and then be there till close. Because the way I see it, if I'm going to be working evenings, I want to be there to close. That's exactly what I've been saying for about 2 years. I have said to one of the managers, they no longer work there, so I probably need to say to another, but I believe and would highly recommend that we take Blake's continued employment under further consideration. If I felt he was putting in his full effort and still not being able to get it done, that would be different. I don't believe he's putting in the effort. It's not a hard job, but you got to move and get it done. Even if we paid half again as much as we do in labor, we would still be turning a profit. Like the uppercases management likes to come complain at us about how much money we're making. We're just not turning as much profit as they would like. Not selling as much as they would like us to sell, but we're still making money hand over fist. I know that the amount of food I sell would cover my wages 3 times over. I've been, yes, but I've been asking about this employee specifically to get their work done for an extended period of time. Pretty much since they have started. I was a lot kinder when they first started. Now it's been months of this. Something's got to change. And if that something is me not working mornings and then it's somebody else's problem, oh well. I've stood up for myself though on it. And I've thrown a fit before saying, hey, we need to have a second person in the kitchen starting at 7 o'clock and just always pretty much. And they've just not listened to me. I'm only asking for them to schedule 2 extra hours during the week and then like 5 extra hours Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So that's 12 hours a week, which isn't much. I know we've got enough part-time workers that would like to make more money that we could do it. I know we got enough employees that are working 2 jobs that we could do it. Like Miss Rachel, she just got switched over to pretty much full time. Because I told the boss, like, hey, she is working a second job over at McDonald's right now. And she wants to make more money because she's needing to make these payments. Can we offer her more time? And I told her to ask the boss the same thing. And now she's working more. And it seems like she's going to be taking over making the donuts. Exactly. You set them up right. You treat them well. They expect a lot more flex in their schedule, and they're ready to work around that. I I do. I like that my schedule is very consistent. I know most of our employees will have very consistent schedules, and I want to keep it that way. But I really want to get a hold of the schedule and be like, hey, let me look at this and see if we can trim some fat in a couple places, and then how much we have left. Let me talk to our regional about how much more sales we need to do to get more hours, because we are doing more sales, but not getting more hours, it seems. Don't tell me you're doing your best when it took us half a year to get a new soap dispenser in the men's room. Don't tell me you're doing your best when you send a repairman out 3 times to do something, he just stares at the problem, then leaves. I want my store to do well, because I know that reflects well on me. The better it does, the more likely I am to get bonuses and stuff. Like, each level of management has its role. Like your upper management, your corporate side of things, their administration, their logistics, they're what gets you new products, stuff like that. Then your store management is your scheduling, your ordering, and whatnot. They get like the orders from on high and pass them down. Your team, your team managers, they organize the teams, help make sure everyone's up to speed and doing their job well. And then you have the people actually doing the jobs who then need the freedom to do their job in the way that is most efficient for them. Your team managers need to have the flex to be like, hey, this person is not excelling in this role, but they do this well. What if we move things around? Your store managers need to have the flex to be like, hey, this sells better when we have our store set up like this. Because the closer you work with something, the more you know it, the better you have, the better you can set it up. Like, I don't do the kitchen in my order because I'm stubborn. I am stubborn. I do it that way because I'm the quickest when I have it set up this way. What matters to me is keeping everything as consistent as possible. So I come in, I know what to expect, and I can go. But corporate's like, well, we did a study. And according to our study, if you move your bakery case 2 inches to the left, you will sell one more donut a day. So you know what would make us sell more donuts? If we had time to make more donuts. Yeah. I would love it if the people that they sent in to reorganize my kitchen had to work in my kitchen for 3 days first. Exactly. Like, here's what you're going to do. You got an order for 60 pizzas. Start making stuff, and if you think it would be faster having it organized differently, you'll realize pretty quick and put it that way. Like when I worked at Pizza Ranch, just as an example, we didn't have just one person in the kitchen. We had a minimum two, usually four. We had one person whose job was just to cut the pizzas coming out of the oven. They cut them up, boxed them, or trayed them up to put them in on a buffet or for orders. Then you had the person making the pizzas, who was also in charge of keeping their area stocked. But because they weren't having to constantly run over and cut pizzas, they could stock their area. You had the person running the fryer, and you had the person running the salad bar. Oh, and you had a dishwasher, 5 people. Now, your dishwasher might also be your delivery driver, but still. You split up the tasks enough that everyone could get theirs done within their allotted time, and they could help each other out where they could. There was enough people that if someone needed to go on break or isn't feeling well, you could flex and make it work. Like, if we always scheduled to have 2 people in the kitchen and then somebody called off, I would go in and I'd be like, oh, well, that sucks. But I'd do it. I know I got to push a little harder that day, but I'd get by. Not every day is going to be perfect. Not every day is going to be fun, but you want the good days to outnumber the bad ones. Like, for example, there was one day I came in and I had been having a bad week, like 3 days in a row. Now, there was stuff that wasn't done in the kitchen. And then, like, the 4th day I came in and it was like that again. I went through and took pictures of everything and sent them to the boss. Like, hey, this is getting ridiculous. And they sent me back that the one person that was in the kitchen had cut themselves and had to go to the ER. Wasn't bad. They got like 3 stitches. Because some idiot put a knife in the sink and didn't say something. And I said, okay, never mind. I do not care that this stuff didn't get done if the person that was in the kitchen went to the ER. That doesn't change the fact that it wasn't getting done previously, but I no longer care about what happened last night. Like we're a TM. A time up, a time bomb. Obligatory SpongeBob reference complete. So I know that if something happens and someone gets hurt, yeah, TM, then I'm going to have to pick up the slack where I can. She was also back like 2 days later. She couldn't do dishes, but she could do everything else just fine. And when I hurt myself and I couldn't do dishes for a few days while my wound was closing on my hand, other people picked up the slack there. And I did everything I could do. Honestly, I should probably stay off for a couple more days because it hurt every time I picked something up, but I made it work. Like, instead of doing pinky out when I picked stuff up, I had my middle and ring finger out. Looked very weird. Looked like I was trying to shoot webs or something. Looked like I didn't know how to do the rock on thing quite right. But although they may have been a bit annoyed that they had to pick up the work, it got done. And I still helped put dishes away and everything else. I just couldn't submerge my hand in water. This was this was the summer before last. I took 2 days off of work and then went back in because I had $1,000 medical bill to pay. Smile. I had no health insurance. Smile. I still have no health insurance. Smile. I'll need to, after I get my first paycheck, go in and calculate how much I can set aside for health insurance. Well, now that I'm going to a completely full-time position, I should be able to properly collect. The problem is that my health insurance, the original options I was given was like 300 some dollars a month. I'm better off putting away $100 a month than paying into something like that. And then just if something major happens, I die. Just kidding. I declare bankruptcy. They don't run a credit card check before they operate. They do, but they had no one to walk me through it, and I was part-time, and it was like $200 to $300 a month. It was an absurd amount, and at what I was making, I couldn't afford it. I'm going to see though now that I'm in management, if I can go in and enroll. Yeah, it does suck. Honestly, what we really need is a union. Uh, I I don't think cobras are good for my health. Last I checked, cobra bad. Also, I did look into. Oh, the Obamacare. I should. I did look into some healthcare options, and they were even more expensive than my work. Just to privately pay for my own healthcare. What I really need is to get dental insurance, remove all my teeth with the dental insurance, get dentures with the dental insurance, then cancel the insurance. That's the trick. Well, I know I need one of my teeth removed. They glued it back together when I was a child, when I broke it. So half the tooth is dead. And some of my other teeth aren't in the best condition, no cavities or anything. But I didn't take very good care of them when I was growing up. So I know at least a couple of them will eventually need removed. A couple have like chips in them. And teeth issues run in my family. My mother has like 3 or 4 of her original teeth left, and that's it. And those teeth are just there to help hold her dentures in place. If I get dental and then I go like to the University of Iowa Dental College to get the work done there, as long as I ignore the fact that it's a very young girl who's very nervous, probably fine. I mean, I had them put me under anesthesia before and I woke up, so that was when I got my wisdom teeth out. I had 2 of them coming through, and the dentist was just like, wait, you know, it'd be real cool if we went and did all 4. And now I still have holes in my jaw. To escape death consistently. Well, I'm not going to get life insurance. I'm just going to build a Pinewood box. I don't need much. If they'd like to get a rock and like paint my name on it, that'd be fine. But I don't want them wasting a bunch of money. But if I make it to 40, I'll be happy. After that, it's all downhill. It's all downhill. I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen Boar today. It's like 10:30 over there now, just about. So I wouldn't want to bother them. I was hoping to check in, though, and see how they're doing. I know, I need the exciting culmination. But I shouldn't complain so much about work on stream. It's fun to get it out, but at the same time, it doesn't do anything. I need to... Problem is, I refuse to leave the kitchen when I have work to do, and I always have work to do, so I can't take the time to talk to the boss like I should. Like the other day, I was going to go talk to her, and then that was when the one girl came in to tell everybody she was pregnant, which good for her. And oh, you want me to play Hell Divers? I played Hell Divers for a bit. I really fell off of it hard, though, when they added the update with the new big enemies. Like the Sarlacc pig from Star Wars they added for the bugs. In game. Yeah, that update was... I just got tired of ragdolling, and I kept getting paired up with people that were just kind of dicks. I had one guy that came up, shotgun me on the side of the face. When I spot him back in, I put one stalwart shell into his butt, and they kicked me. Buddy, this is just fair. I get one. You clearly did it on purpose because I was standing where you wanted to stand. Undemocratic assholes. You best be getting off my lawn. Communist bugs. No, I bought it to play with one of my friends, and then we've not had the chance to play it in like a year. It'd be fun. I don't think I could stream when I play. It's a very demanding game. I'd have to bring out the frog, the little guy. Oh, maybe. Who knows? With our powers combined, we could both hit affiliate. Like one of those infinity symbols that keeps feeding back into each other. That's good, I kind of thought for me and Boar. We could add you into the thruple, though. We could create our own content polycule. Fair enough. When you're a shatter, yeah, the polycule. Specifically content polycule and content thruple. I cannot stress that enough. I'm single and will die that way. Thank you kindly. Unless I fall ass backwards into getting married. Because I'm not going to seek it out. Unless I pull a Haruka and accidentally get married to my best friend, it's not happening. Well, I just realized if I have Ari in my background, I legally have to have Haruka with her. Legally, it would be required. But I was just going to put Haruka. For the. You see, the problem is I'd have to go outside for that to happen. And I don't go outside anymore. So again, unless I fall ass backwards into a relationship, it's not happening. No, it's not. I get sunburned so badly and so easily. I don't wanna. Fishing is different from going outside. Fishing, I am going outside, yes. But I have no intention whatsoever interacting with another human being. Like the kind of going outside you're talking about is like going to the bar. Which I don't want to meet alcoholics because I have enough problems. Thank you. But the most outsiding I do, like where I would interact with people, is the grocer. Then wait, there's also the every other Saturday mandated friend time for Dungeons and Dragons. But honestly, things would get weird, I feel like, if I dated one of my D&D friends. I have thought about it because one of them is very cute. And they're not here, so I can say that. Smile. Yeah. Nah. Yeah, exactly. My two DMs, the two people that I've DM'd the most for the Saturday group, did date at one point in time. Luckily, they're still good friends. But it was kind of weird because she's a year older than me, and then he's my dad's age. Clearly went to school with my dad. That's a little, yeah, I know. And nobody's doing that. So it's all good. Not happening. I'm not going to push it. I do love hanging out with her. She is fantastic. But I'd rather be good friends than risk fucking it up. I love all of my friends. I don't think that's weird to say, right? I'm allowed to love my friends, right? Okay. Like, wait, should I be using a different word? What if they get the wrong idea? Exactly. And I love my chat too, but just a little bit less. And love scales? Although I will be fully honest, I have yet to meet a human being that I like more than any of the pets I have had. Because those are my babies. Wait, I've known people that I like more than the turtle I used to have. Because the turtle wasn't cuddly. They're like, yeah, I like most dogs. I don't like most people. Cat, why don't you come lay back down over here with me? Oh, love scales. Like it's different tiers, different types, different brands. I get you now. I understand. I comprehend what has been said. I get it. I get it. Oh, speaking of Japanese food, I need to take a Saturday off from work so I can go up to Coralville on my way to see my friends since it's not that far from them and stop at the Japanese restaurant up there. I went there before back during Anime Iowa 2017, 2016. It was really good. I want some sushi and a fat bowl of ramen. But I could only justify driving an hour and a half if I was already going that direction. Because there's a few other restaurants in like Cedar Rapids, which is a bit closer, but not much. But it's not as good from what I can tell. I would kill for some good sushi right about now. Some nice salmon. Oh, some red tuna. It, no, not bad reviews even. It's just not like it's not good quality fish. It's more like general Asian food rather than specializing in specifically Japanese. And it's so hard to get good sushi here. Again, I live in Iowa. I literally couldn't be farther away from a coast if I tried. Like if I wanted some walleye or some catfish, that's pretty easy. But give me a nice bit of raw tuna, that's near impossible. I half suspect they send the tuna to the restaurant still alive. Because it's the best I've ever had. So I feel like I need to go through a training arc with chopsticks before I go back next time, so I look less clumsy with it. Oh, and here's a question. Do I dip the sushi in the soy sauce rice side or fish side down? How do I do it? How do? Fish side? But what if I put wasabi on the fish already? Because then you'll have wasabi in the soy sauce, and you don't want wasabi on everything. I don't want my green horseradish mixed into my soy sauce. That reminds me, the soy sauce I have in my fridge is super concentrated. It's even better than normal soy sauce. You just ask wasabi on to your shoyu? What do you mean you ass it? I assume you mean add? Okay, that's what I thought. But yeah, I accidentally left the top popped open on my soy sauce in my fridge, and now it comes out the consistency of maple syrup, but it's really good. It's like more soy sauce. It's like Japan and Canada had a baby. Oh. I also have a really old thing of Irish cream in my fridge. I know. I put that on my rice with my steamed veggies and some shredded chicken. It's so good. Yeah, I shredded a chicken breast day before yesterday. I need to make a point to eat it all because I will forget about it and it'll go bad. Because when I do that, then I've all oyster sauce. I don't even think I can get oyster sauce unless I go to one of the big cities nearby. Hello, cat. Hi. Yeah, I want to do a lot more cooking stuff. There is one about 2 blocks from my friend's house. I'm just scared to go in alone. Because it's like a really rundown Japanese food market. And you know that means it's either the best in existence or terrible and nothing in between. Ope. We got an ope. We got an ope. They're not Hawaiian. They're from the Midwest. Lies, deceit. Oh, I never even properly looked at yesterday's stream numbers or posted the stream, I don't think. Let me go check it real quick. Go to content, video producer. Yesterday's stream. Thursdays are for the chat. Publish. The lunchtime yap. Publish that. And then I needed to go to my analytics. Yesterday. That's today. Yesterday was good. Okay. Today's a smaller stream, but that's perfectly fine. I'm perfectly happy having small stream. I'm not too concerned about my averages going down just because I have such a glut. I have 100 hours that it's pulling from with plenty of higher streams more recently. I just got to make sure my average doesn't drop below 3 because it'll be hard to get back above 3. And I need to keep it at 3 until I hit affiliate. Then if it goes down a bit, I won't care too much. That reminds me, I need to do another funny tweet. And a blue sky tweet. Whatever that's called. That's probably just called a post because they're not weird. I like blue sky. It's less weird. There's less sex toy ads. I don't mind a sex toy ad now and then. But like, I don't expect it when I'm scrolling through my VTuber memes. Like sometimes I'm like, it'd be really cool if I could share this with you. Oh my god, that's a butt plug. I was not expecting a butt plug here of all places. I realize that sentence sounds suspicious as fuck. Alright, Boreas did stream earlier today, so they're probably doing alright. Probably. Hopefully. I assume so. Oh, there's the Nightbot. You're such a good Nightbot. I do knight the bot of the realm. I'll probably go for just a little bit longer. And I hope we get at least like 2 more people before we go to raid. Because some people won't allow raids unless there's like 4 or 5 people in the raid. So that just opens up more options. I know Zen probably is one of those, and I can't blame her. She'd be getting raided every 5 minutes otherwise. I remember hearing though, like if you have more than 3 viewers, you're in the top 10% of Twitch, and that's crazy to think about. Like it makes sense to just the number of accounts, even if you control for only accounts that have streamed. Oh, that's something I could do. I know I talked about doing it with Ghoulie once I got affiliated. But what about a Pokemon Smasher Pass? That could be fun. I haven't even touched on tier lists. I've streamed hundreds of hours of content and haven't made a single tier list. What am I doing with my life? I have failed as a streamer. Tier lists are our bread and butter. Tier I'm running out of comparisons rapidly. The garlic salt to our fries? No. Help. Help. the cinnamon to our sugar. Up, 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 up. Ah! I've run out of words. I'm brain broke. This stuff isn't even that strong, and I'm only on my second IPA. I'm not even that drunk. I'm just a little guy. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know. I was gonna go another 10 minutes, but I think brain stop. Now I want to make it to at least 3 o'clock. I can do that much. I'm big. I'm big streamer. I'm big streamer man, and I'm not drunk. I can even tell the time if you want. I'm not fucking drunk. Fair. Told the time. Told the clock. Just like they wanted. You know, I wonder how many people now, when they're drunk and are asked to tell the time, do that just for the bit. I would do that for the bit. I don't care how drunk I am. I'm turning to the clock and telling the clock I'm not fucking drunk. My life is for the bit. I believe in the bit. Oh, I wonder. I could make my little number go up a bit more if I had my phone watching my stream under my old Twitch account. I'd need to find the old sign in for it, though. I used to be virtual Himeji because Project Melody was very like embracing of the project being digital. I wonder. Oh, I wonder. I'm thinking about new screens and stuff I could do because I know I talked about wanting an old CRT TV in the background, like a little one, for my main like screen. But wouldn't it be kind of cool if like the gaming screen was zoomed in on that? So it's like an old CRT TV and like the animation when we change the screen is like me hitting the top of the TV, it going all staticky and then switching to whatever I'm streaming. Well, I would also need a pair of hands with a controller. A controllerator. It'd be interesting to do, that's for sure. But that seems like it would cost a lot of money to set up, and I'd probably need somebody that knows what they're doing. Or multiple free days. And I'm not giving myself that many free days. I want to spend time with chat. Chat's pretty cool, especially Panda. Panda's distracted right now, so we can compliment them and say how nice they are and how much we appreciate them coming to all our streams. Isn't that right, chat? Yeah, that's right. We love Panda in this house. We love Panda, we love Froggy, we love Zen, we love Ari, we love Haru. We love Laimu, we love Papa. We love Henya, we love Heavenly. We love Melody, we love Mata. We love Limu. I said we love Limu. We love Limu lots, though. So it's fine to say twice. We love Boreas. Who else do we love? We love Mousy. We love Premier 2. We love Mr. Mike, Jabroni Mike. We love Nags. We love Coconuts and Kohai Kilobyte and Leafs and Petri. Ludwig streaming. We love Ludwig. Keisan. We love Keisan and Michi and Kuro and Hime Hajime. Who else? I'm not forgetting any Visho. I forgot Giga, newest member of Vishojo Giga, and other new member Amali. We love them. We love those bitches. We love Zolan and Cabal. Oh, who else? Who else? We love Ray. We love Lucy. Everybody loves Lucy. We love Booby and we love Connor. We love Hudson. Even though they're not here right now, we love Fancy Hudson. We love Looney Sean. We love our chatters. Who else? I want to look at my follows list. We love Ghoulie. We love our good friend Ghoulie. We love Lumi. I'm sure I'm just drawing a blank on more people, and I feel bad. Oh, Froggy is live. Guys, did you know Froggy is live? Is that why Panda had to be BRB? Because if so, that is understandable. That is understandable. I could not blame anyone for wanting to watch Froggy more than me. Froggy is so funny. We love Froggy so much. I will have at least one Froglodyte in my background in future. Oh, if we don't do a Froglodyte though, we'll do one on a bottle of wine and have it be lock water instead of lake water. Because lock means lake. That's right. I speak Scottish. I speak lots of Scottish. Like tartan. I was talking about all the streamers I love, and I was like, oh, that reminds me, because I want to have a Froglodyte and Froggy in my background someday when I have a full custom background just for me. But if I don't get permission for it, I will instead just do a Froglodyte on a bottle of wine and call it lock water, like lake water. Because lock means lake. And then I'll do a established 2000 and something. Whatever year Froggy first started streaming. That's what I plan to do for a lot of the streamers I like. It's either like the year they were born or the year they started streaming if it's not public knowledge. Like we could have Momo Juice. with a little Momo Cadet on it. Leaf drink for Leafy or Leafeons. If I can't just have a little small version of her in like a potted plant. Like peach juice? Kinda. But it's Momo's. Matara's Momo's. The Momos. Momo Cadets. Momo Cadets, rise up. I have like a caribou kombucha. It's also a cute way to say cockroach in Japanese. So if you hear like someone talking to their boss at a restaurant about momos, it's because there's cockroaches. We could have some Project Wine. I don't know what to do for Kason. Yeah, Matara talked about it a while back, and I remembered. I remember Matara was talking about how old she was when she moved to Canada and how old her car was that she had, and I did the math based off what she said. And do you want to know how old Matara is? Pillows? No, I want it all to be drinks. Matara is in her 40s, which I think is really cool. You don't think about streamers being, that old. That's probably part. I can't remember exactly how old she is, and it doesn't really matter since she hasn't made that public knowledge. Yeah, exactly. You need them to soften up just a little bit. Well, that Warhammer stuff ages, yeah. So does streaming, so he'll ripen up a bit faster than most. Oh, I could have a bottle of blowhole blast for Shy Lily. We love Shy Lily in this house as well. A nondescript thing of fruit stacks in the background that says Fillions instead of Welshes. What would Zane Treya's food or drink be if we wanted to have it? I want one for all the members of V Shoujo, except Iron Mouse, because she's going to be on the CRT TV. Melody's Marmalade? What's a liquor that starts with the letter G for Giga? We already have Caribou Kombucha. Hmm. I know there's like the putting Zentrea on a taco seasoning pack. Because I picture on the top shelf to be like bottles of wine, like a couple small decorations. So like I was thinking like maybe like a porcelain doll that's a sitting up on the top shelf that doesn't look like anybody at all for no particular reason because we love Joel. I was thinking if I couldn't come up with a good melody bottle, maybe like a decorative plate that's propped up with her little mascot on it. Well, that wouldn't really fit though. That's the thing. I want it to fit the cafe bar aesthetic. Like if it was melody on a thing of marmalade, it would just be like in the shelves in the back there. You could see like one of them has a very obvious label. Yeah, Giga would be a red wine. Commander, connoisseur, sommelier. Kason has like biker yakuza energy, so I feel like she'd be like some kind of sake. Oh, that would be cool. And it's like sitting propped up against uh the old CRT TV. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Or rather than a record, a VHS tape. Yeah, VHS tape. People won't even know what that is, and I'll find that funny and depressing. The other option I was thinking is because I might have a draft beer machine somewhere that's visible, depending on the exact angle, how stuff works out. But now that I think about it, I feel like Hime would fit better on the draft beer machine. Just have it say like Hajime's with like a gold, like the Sapporo star under it. Oh, if it's Dragon Breath, it's got to be Dragon Breath whiskey. Because whiskey's the only drink I've ever had where like the exhale, I half expected flames to shoot forth. Because Texas also makes a lot of whiskey and bourbon and stuff, and she's from Texas. Oh, I found out when I was listening to Zen stream the other day that uh she was Asian. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I always assumed that she, as a Texan, was, you know, average, stereotypical Texan. Oh, I could be wrong in remembering wrong. I just remember like she was ethnic, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I always think it's interesting when I hear like those pieces of information about streamers whose faces I never see. It's like, oh, that's not what I was picturing. Wicked. Because you always have that like half an idea of what you think they might look like in the back of your head. It doesn't really matter, but it's really cool to think about. Like you have that half idea about what you think Iron Mouse looks like, and then Iron Mouse is like, chat, just so you know, she's cute. And then that picture in the back of your mind just gets like anime eyes added on top. So like make the eyes bigger. That makes it cute, right? Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. So she would be Latina. And I don't know. It's just me with that like curious back of my brain, just like, I wonder. It's the same part of my brain that's like, what happens if I take apart this old PlayStation controller? It's just, I want to know what's behind the screen. I want to see the man behind the curtain. It'll never matter though, like what they look like in the end of the day. It's just one of those like, I'm not allowed to know. So I kind of want to know now. Like, I didn't want to smoke until the government told me I couldn't smoke anymore. And it's like, well, now I really want to. I didn't want to go and shoot my rifles off a snowmobile, but then I was told I couldn't do that. Now I wanna. I was told I had to peel my tangerine before I ate it. Well, now I don't want to peel the tangerine before I eat it. The little part of me that wants to rebel. Turn around, slap somebody, and tell them, don't tell me what to do. Exact. So clementines, right? Those little mini oranges. My friend Steckil and I both grabbed one from the bag because we were getting ready to leave D&D one night. And I was like, hey, do you need something to peel those with? And they're like, nah, I got it. And both of us in sync just took a bite out of it. Peel, rind and all. And we didn't plan that. We've had a couple times where we synced up and it's great. Like we needed to therapize somebody in one of our D&D session, and both of us in sync stood up, grabbed our chairs, spun the chairs around in front of us, and sat in them like the cool camp counselor. Oh yeah, just both of us in sync, turning around our chairs so we could sit the wrong way on them while still facing the group. The best part is we just don't plan when that stuff happens. It's just the one brain cell. The one brain cell working double duty. Oh, but we may not be sponsored. However, if you need to feed your one brain cell, consider putting that food or beverage in a Froggy Lock Little Criminal coffee cup, like I have just done with the last of my Lagunitas. And it tastes even better out of the coffee cup. Let me tell you. You can get your own Froggy Lock Little Criminal coffee cup with art done by the Froggiest Localist at froggy.gg. Act now while supplies last. It's not a limited product. It's made on demand, but still. My parents have tried to like make me feel bad about pulling an Irish goodbye, but I only do it because I don't want to do a Midwest goodbye that takes 45 minutes. Ma'am, I need to be in bed in 30 minutes. I love you. I will see you in like 2 days, but I gotta go, Mom. I should go over on Saturday. Spend some time over there. Streaming's been keeping me away. Oh, so I wasn't going to be able to. Yeah, I'll go over on Saturday and go see them. So I'm not going to be able to finish the crib before baby is expected. So I just handed my parents a blank check and said, hey, go pick up a nice crib for sister. And they're like, we can't just use a check that's not ours. And I said, bet. And I signed the check because they were going to Walmart and I told them to pick up a nice crib there. And I'll be honest, the crib costs the same amount as the additional lumber I would need to buy to finish the crib. But I got other sisters, so eventually there will be somebody that needs crib. And I'll finish this one for them. I let them make it out too blank. Like, yeah, my parents could steal all my money. I know they won't. I just signed the bottom of it. Because if they had to, like, if they decided to get it at Target instead of Walmart or something, I know my parents wouldn't do that to me, and I also wrote down the check number. I love my family, but I'm also incredibly petty. I will take them to court if they tried to screw me out of money. Like, my mom also has access to my bank account and has since I was in school. I never felt the need to make it so she didn't. That way we can just transfer money back and forth easy. I mean, yeah. So? I ended up tearing up that check because my parents wouldn't take it. I accepted them to just put it in their wallet and then get it out at the Walmart. But instead, they just transferred the $200 from my account to their account after they purchased it. I just wasn't sure if they'd had enough money in their account to be able to just go grab it. They got a mortgage and everything. I am the kind of person that gets mad when places don't take checks, and I don't even write that many checks. I worked with enough farmers. I know how checks work. Now, if you asked me which number on it was the routing number, I'd be like, it's one of these two numbers. I'll give you both and you can figure out from there. Yeah, you got a lot of people writing checks they literally can't cash. At the hardware store I worked at, we had to have a photo ID, and we would write down the number of the photo ID on the check. So congratulations, you did check fraud. We have your name and your ID number. Wouldn't recommend. The only people that get away with not giving us checks or with the only people that get away with checks and stuff really is the Amish, and that's because they don't have to have photo IDs. We have to get their whatever other ID. And usually it's only one person in the group that has it. Well, that's something you probably don't deal with. Are there Amish in Hawaii? I'm curious. I gotta look this up. No, you don't have a single Amish? Why not? Did they not want to get on a boat? Did they not trust the boats? Are the boats the Antichrist too? Oh, but I have heard metal tech bucket in the sky? What do you mean? What do you mean metal tech bucket in the sky? I'm so confused. Oh, a plane. Oh. Amish are weird, especially because some of them are allowed to have phones and some aren't. Like, where they draw the line on technology is from community to community. And it is a cult. All right, I looked up Hawaiian Amish. Guess what I found? It looks to be a romance novel. The Amish Hawaiian Adventures. Two Amish romances blossom on the island of Kauai. I've, that's the full title. The Amish Hawaiian Adventures. K Kauai 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 Kuwu Uwu Kauai. I don't know how to say it. I'm not Hawaiian. Oh, I do remember I took a phone call when I was working insurance from a person that lived in Hawaii, and they actually ended the phone call by saying aloha. And I was like, whoa, they do say it. Kauai. 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 Got it. I will forget this, but I will remember it for the rest of the stream. But I was really like, wow, they said it. They said the thing. That's pretty wicked. It's almost one of those things that once you start hearing it long enough, you just always say it without thinking. Because it's both hello and goodbye. It's so convenient. But when I try and mix hello and goodbye and start telling people hello, they look at me weird. And hellby just sounds off. Oh, mahalo. Ohana means family. Ohana means family. I've watched Lilo and Stitch. I know these things. It's been a long time since I watched Lilo and Stitch, not since I was a child. Sure does, bud. Let's see. Do we maybe want to go say hello to Miss Froggiest Lockless if she is taking raids? All right. Raid message will be a big love raid. There we go. My shift key is still forked. Let's see. If I do a slash and then I do raid Froggy Lock. Froggy Lock's raid settings do not allow you to raid at this time. How dare you, ma'am? Accept my love. Ooh. Papa Mud is doing a collaboration with Cabal. Wait, no, not with Cabal. Sorry, I got confused. Let's see if we can slash raid La Papa Mud. Raid Papa Mutt. Yeah. Same message though. Big love raid. We love Papa Mutt. We love Froggy. We love Ari. We love all the people. And I will see you Sunday if I don't see you tomorrow. It just depends on how things are going and if my family is doing stuff. Well, goodbye for now.